What is good, YouTube? I'm just here to talk about the hot topic of the day, which is Robert Covington finalizing a deal worth 4 years, $62 million. The only question I have about this is he really the guy that they want to keep? Is he really the guy that's worth building around as one of your building blocks? Not saying that he's a franchise player, but the guy is about to get paid, and you just paid Joel Embiid. And on top of that, you have to pay Markelle Fultz if you want to keep him. Not him either. You got to pay Ben Simmons, who already lost 1 year last year, and then he came into this year as his second, which means in 1 to 2 years you're gonna have to pay Ben Simmons too, which is gonna want money. JJ Redick signed a 1 year deal. Most likely he's 1 year. He's gone. He's having an amazing career so far in the first couple games, knocking down mid range, making plays, making assists, and also knocking down threes. You also have Robert Covington, a guy that's a knockdown shooter. He was a volume 3-point shooter. He wasn't gonna knock down 40%, but he can get you around 33, 34, 35, 36%, and he became more of a sniper. Like, you can't leave the guy open, kind of like Eric Gordon, even though he's probably better at threes than Eric Gordon right now. Probably like Bradley Beal too. He's up there with Clay. You give him any link of room around that three-point line, whether it's 20 feet, 25 feet, 30 feet, 22 feet, the guy has been money in the beginning of this season. And I told you guys in the offseason that people play better when they want their money. They wasn't, and I told y'all this in the beginning of the free agency, they wasn't going to pay Robert Covington his money. He was about to become a free agent. But since he showed that he can knock down threes and stay efficient, which was one of his problems, he was an inconsistent player. One game he can be hot, one game he can be clutch. Next minute he missing a lot of shots, and they was even booing him at one point. And now everybody can't help but cheer because he's shooting 49% from the field and almost 50% from three, including. So the guy can shoot the ball. The guy is a smart player. The guy shoots a bunch of threes compared to what he used to do, and he's knocking them down at a high high efficiency. And on top of that, he plays well with Fultz. He plays well with Embiid. He plays well with Ben Simmons because they like to attack and be in the 15 inside range. Ben Simmons don't like taking threes. He don't really like taking the mid-range. He likes getting to the paint. Same with Markelle Fultz. He can shoot the three off the dribble, off the spot up, or even break down the defense, in which he likes to do. Get the floaters, get the little layups in, take contact, get to the free throw line, and also kick out. And that benefits when he comes back, because they have a point guard that can play off the ball and play on the ball, and it allows the defense to be open because Joel Embiid likes to shoot threes, and it makes the lane open for Ben Simmons and Markelle Fultz because they both can cut to the paint, kick out the shooters, or get to the free throw line. At worst, he knock down the floater. If they get walled off by a defender and they get a little space, they can knock down the floater or pull-up jumper, which Markelle Fultz is also great at. Not at the beginning of the season, but I'm basing off high school and I'm basing off college and how he played in big games. That's Markelle Fultz's game, is getting into that mid-range area and just showing out and knocking down threes when he can. But at the same time, Robert Covington is going to be getting paid $15 million a year. That means JJ Redick has to go, because you're not going to be able to pay JJ, Ben Simmons, and Joel Embiid and Robert Covington all the money that they want and keep their core intact. And like I said, if they want to keep Fultz in the future, you're going to have to add money on to pay him, and they can't afford it right now already. They've been stocking up picks. They've been stocking up players. They got to let Jahlil Okafor go. They already let Nerlens Noel go. They starting to see that Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons can be a future playoff team, and they already in the playoff this year, and they showing you the potential how good this duo can be, and they still looking for that third guy, and they hoping it's Fultz or Saric. And Saric has had a decent season last year, not as efficient as you wanted, but he showed that he's a capable player in the NBA. And Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid takes a lot of pressure off of him, because he start getting the role player glue guy shots where he's getting the spot up threes, he's getting the backdoor cuts, he's getting out in transition. So Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, the ability to take attention off the players like Covington, like Redick, make their job a lot easier, while making Ben Simmons' job a lot easier because he's still allowing them to score. So at the end of the day, it balances all itself out, and hopefully we can see who they're going to keep. And honestly, they're going to have to pay Saric if they want to keep him. So that's another person that's going to be coming up that you will have to pay. And you're going to start to cut these players. You're going to have to start trading these players. You're going to have to start seeing what you got out of these players before you make those decisions. Because guaranteeing this $15 million to Robert Covington, paying Joel Embiid, you only can pay 5 more players. And you don't want Covington being one of your best players if he's really not, because he could have just did this spectacular play to get paid, which he wasn't going to get paid, but he showed how great he is. Now they paying him, and he can fall off. He can be like Damari Carroll, where he's constantly improving. He's that 3-and-D guy that we need. And then we done seen Damari Carroll get paid and basically become a role player on a Brooklyn Nets team that's basically trying to get in a rebuild phase and trying to get as many picks and talent. So he basically got threw away for a couple picks, and they probably don't even want Carroll 1 to 2 years after this. They're going to allow him to play because he's still a solid player, but he's nowhere near the $15 million he's getting paid. And Robert Covington, honestly, is getting paid around the same amount of money, real close. And he was a guy that went from, we don't really care about this guy, to now you have to game plan against him because he's becoming a threat from the outside. So let me know what you guys think. Is Robert Covington worth the $15 million? Is he going to be in the Sixers' future plans? Is he a guy that they have to keep? He's a 3-and-D guy. He's long, he's lanky, can play the 2, 3, or the 4 sometimes, and he can spread out that floor. And if you give him any type of room early in the shot clock, late in the shot clock, or a kick out, is basically money at this point of his career, at this point of the season, and stay in the time, because he could fall off by the end of the season. A lot of players was hot last year and they cooled off by the time it was the 60th, 70th, 80th game. They cooled off and their 3-point percentage came back to life, came back to earth. So let me know what you guys think about Robert Covington. Do we covet the money, or are they just giving it to him because they can't find nothing better and they don't want to try to get another free agent? We got a shooter already. Let's pay him, and he fits with our team. He fits with our culture. And if we have to get rid of him, he's on a tradable contract so far, because he is a valuable player in this league, which is a sniper from the 3-point line. And that's a player that we all want on our team, is a guy that can just catch the ball and shoot it, and it goes in enough to where we all happy. And he's not scared to take shots in the clutch or in big games. And that's another thing that you want to have on your roster: veteran leadership, scoring, and the clutch gene. And he has some type of intangibles. Maybe he can have a bigger role, even though they wouldn't really like that, because they have to pay Saric, Markelle, and whoever else they draft. But they on the right they on the right road to success, and the team is only getting better as they play. They struggle a little bit in the beginning because of chemistry, because of the injuries, and now they're starting to find their identity. I still don't think they did it yet, but they're going in the right direction. Let me know what you guys think about Robert Covington and the Sixers, though. They're a hot topic this year, and like I said, I just made a Ben Simmons video, just made a Joel Embiid video. Now we're making a Robert Covington video. They're on their pace to being a dynasty potentially, because nobody in the East but Boston, and you still got the Golden State Warriors. Once they fall off, this team is still young enough where 5 years from now, they got their core together, their nucleus, they can make a run at a championship, because they in the East, and they really have no young teams besides the Celtics, because the Raptors getting old, the Wizards getting older, and even though Otto and Bradley Beal is still young, we don't know how long John Wall going to keep up because of his injuries. So let me know all your thoughts in the comment section below. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis signing out. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link in the description, comment section below. Check out my Facebook page. Link in the description, comment section below. If you're watching on YouTube, click the link and send you to my website. Click the link and send you to my Facebook page. Like to show support. And if you enjoyed the video, like the video just because you liked it and you enjoyed it. I'm gone.